Should my girl let me date other women and stay loyal?
So what do you mean by stay loyal
So I mean
if you're
like
dating other women?
so she not date other men.
Oh,
So
should she stay loyal while
yes,
I date
yes,
other women?
yes. So
Uh,
so
I don't know, bro. I don't know. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Don't At Me, the Taboo Talk Show, where we discuss sex, art, entertainment, and health. We like to keep it candid on this show where anything goes as long as you're being honest.
we are your hosts. I'm Tatt2Tone. This is Ace Anderson. We are the SiHK Brothers. We are advocates of truth. We're actors, content creators, and more importantly, we just brothers. So let's get this thing popping, dog.
Word.
So
Yo.
First today,
Yo.
all right. So today I came up with a little, I just had some things on my mind that I just kind of wanted to vent about, and I just wanted to express myself a little bit because I feel like sometimes my experiences that I have, other people have as well. So I just like to share them, or just the state of mind I'm in, when I'm having those experiences. And I want to talk about do's and don'ts on a first date. Are women valued less nowadays? Should my girl let me date other women and stay loyal? Fucking in public places, like, what do you guys think about that? I mean, sex boundaries. So sex boundaries as in like, the first time you have sex with the person, like, what are your limitations? How do you quantify that? How do you decide, what to do or how you want to do things as far as sex is concerned? And then the last thing is, how do you define thick and curvy? I don't even want to talk about fat because I feel like fat is just kind of like just a bad word,
right?
We don't want to say fat. So
it's triggering.
It's a trigger word. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So start off with the first one. What we talking about?
All right. So do's and don'ts on a first date.
Do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
So are we talking like should you pay or should you not pay? Like,
exactly.
So I'm always of the belief, man, that whoever invited the person to dinner should pay.
Okay.
So if it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's the male or the female, it's like, yo, I invited you out to eat. So I'm taking you out to eat. I'm gonna treat you to this meal. Cause I've been in relationships where it's gotten to the point where like the other person wanted to go out, but I didn't really have the money. And so I was, I'm happy to pay. Obviously, like if I'm trying to court you and I want to impress you, I'm more likely to pay, and that's fine. But if you start saying, yo, let's go here, let's go to this restaurant, let's go there, then it's like, all right, well, you should pay for it. Or at the very least, you should pay for your meal and let me pay for mine. If you want to split it. But I feel like I've gotten into those situations where it's like, man, I'm really struggling right now, man, and you want me to like live this lifestyle with you. It's like, nah, definitely. I don't want to go out. Or it's the other way around. Like they're like, oh, well, I can't afford it. And it's like, nah, baby, like I'll take you out. Like it's all good. Like I'm paying for it. It's my treat.
Yeah. But I'll tell you a funny story about that. Say like a situation happened to me when I was living in LA. And I was seeing this I'm gonna say Asian woman. She was Cambodian, beautiful Cambodian girl. She was a great person, super cool, super down to earth, super chill. And we maybe kicked it once before that, maybe had a drink or something, and it was very casual. And then I was like, okay, let's go out on a date. So I invited her. So I kind of had that same mentality you do, even though I just find myself always paying for the dinner just because I just feel like it's just polite, and I just feel like as a man, I should pay.
If you don't got it,
no. So let me explain this story.
Go ahead.
So I didn't really have it, during this time, but I think it was like on a Thursday or something like that. And I get paid Friday. So I had like maybe $50 in my account, and I'm like, oh yeah, the check is going to hit. Or maybe it was Friday. I think it was Friday maybe, but the check was supposed to hit, and I wasn't. It was supposed to be in there. So we go out to this nice place in Santa Monica, a really nice, it was an Italian restaurant. And we sit, it was pretty full. I forgot the name. I wish I could remember the name, but it was a pretty full restaurant. and everybody was pretty close by. You know what I'm saying? Like the tables were like right here, the next table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we start ordering and you know, we're just talking, chopping it up, laughing, and we're eating. We have our pasta. She has like some steak and some pasta. I have like something else, and we get dessert as well. And I'm like, you know, it's splurging. You know, I know it's Friday, so I know I got paid. I worked the whole damn week, so I've got, you know, 2 weeks, so I know I got paid. Today was payday. So, long story short, we get to the bill, and you know, I'm real. The card just came out fast. And I was like, quick draw. You know what I'm saying? I was ready. I was like, she hadn't even given her a chance, and she's so cool. She was such a cool person. Like, I knew she would kind of offer, you know. So I was just like, nah, don't need, you know, don't do that. We're gonna go somewhere after. Maybe give me a drink or something. You know, that's what I told her. So the bartender, the server take my card, and she goes. And she comes back and she's like, this didn't work. And I was just like,
y'all need to need, so everybody can hear, right?
And I was just like, I was kind of like, I'm sorry. Like I wanted her to, I don't know why I asked her to repeat it, but she repeated. She was like, yeah, this card declined, sir. And I was just like, are you sure? So I go into I'm like, hold on, wait 1 second. You know, let me go into I don't even have a credit card, y'all, at this point. I'm like, I think I'm like 22 at this point, or 23. I'm like still figuring out like shit, you know, how to manage money. I'm like not, you know, just in my right mind as far as like managing the money and everything. So she ends up to pay for it, and I check my statements and stuff, and we kind of going back and forth, and she ended up being super cool. Not all women are like that though. Facts. So like I definitely feel like you have to know as well, like who you're going on a date with, or who you're choosing to go on a date with. So that's just one of the do's, and I guess, you know, do's and don'ts that you got to be aware of. For me, what I think of when I think of like first date do's and don'ts, it comes down to something else like how do you talk to a person? Like, what do you talk to that person about? You know, and I feel like you know, like for me, on a first date, I want to get a general, like, overall view of like you as a person. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know about like your baby daddy drama, or like I don't want to know about like you know, maybe some really like personal stuff you got going on, like or you know, I also don't want to know if you just like really like got fetishes and shit, like into like weird shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's one of the things for me, like, it's like, you know, if you're first going on a date with someone, like, it's just a time for you to like get a feel of somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you kind of like go back and forth a little bit and bounce off of each other a little bit. But sometimes, you know, you get in predicaments or situations where it's like someone will just be like, I was on a date, and I remember when people say words I don't understand, like vocabulary and shit that I'm like, what is that? Like, someone was telling me about they had a fetish for what was it? Candle wax and sex. Yeah, man. The conversation really went left fast. I don't know if it was the wine. I mean, I think we had like one glass of wine, and it just went immediately to the sexual.
Before that.
Maybe she had some wine before that, and it was just really a sensual. It just started off sensual, so it was just like, oh yeah, like I like. You know, you kind of start telling me like, I like to have sex, and I have these like a webcam things I do. I'm like, oh shit, like.
So you don't feel like on a first date when somebody tells you these things, it is also giving you an impression of who they are, like just giving you kind of a general sense
that
of
I don't want. That I don't want.
Yeah, but because that's interesting. Because I feel like for me if I'm on a first date, I just want to know the type of person you are just generally, because a lot of times on a first date, my fear is that people are going to put on a mask like try to play something that's gonna bite me in the ass later that I, that's not really, it's gonna reveal itself not to be true later on. So I'd rather somebody lay all their cards out on the table on the first date, because that's the type of person that I am. And granted, I don't think anything that I'm into or that I like or that I would talk about is like weird. And it could be weird to some people, but
it's the risk you're gonna take.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather people know exactly who I am right up front than put on this like fake personality. Like, in fact, I hate doing that myself.
But do you feel like, cause I feel you, but do you feel like at the same time, because when you start to date someone, you kind of have to adjust regardless. You kind of adjust to the person in a few ways. So sometimes like maybe your perspective on something kind of changes their perspective on something, and then you have to kind of.
But I don't think that that's any more than the way it is with just general society, right? Like, society keeps us from going crazy. It's like you walk down the street and you always have this facade of normality, this facade of like, oh, I'm just gonna act like a regular person, right? Because you don't want to look crazy to other people walking down the street. So we do the same thing. It might be a little bit heightened when you're dating somebody, but I would say generally speaking is pretty standard for somebody to just be like, all right, I'm not gonna be like like cry like God, fuck this bitch, like I'm not gonna be acting crazy on the first date. I'm just gonna try my best to just show you as much of who I am without scaring you off. And I guess that's what you're talking about. I guess some people don't have a filter, but I prefer sometimes people that don't have, like, I would prefer someone that has no filter to someone who has too much of a filter. Like, where it's just like, I'm getting a very synthesized version of who you are. And there's things that you're not willing to tell me. You're not willing. It's like, I ask you a question and you're not willing to go deeper. I'm like, I'm not really about that. That kind of makes me.
Let me ask some questions. Yes or no questions.
Yeah.
Do you pull out the chair?
Do I pull out the chair?
Yes, for the woman sitting at the table. Do you open the door?
Man, I would say yes. My inkling is to do that, but that's gotten me in trouble too, because women are like, oh, like, this guy likes me too much, like he's ready to propose,
shit.
That type of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I've bought women flowers. I bought women flowers on the first date. I've literally opened the car door.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I've done that. I've bought gifts, like, so we just started dating in January. I bought her a Valentine's Day gift in February, and that's too much, right? Like, it's stuff, bro. It's so much shit has happened, and this is why I say it's such bullshit. Like, what a lot of, like, this is 2013, 2012, 2013. And it was a lot of bullshit that women were posting online about the type of man that they would want. Oh, I don't want this guy to Netflix and chill. I want some chivalry. I want this and that. I'm like, fuck you. You don't want none of that shit, yo. I do all of that shit. I'm asking you to dinner. I'm not asking you to, like, come to my house and let's fuck. I'm literally trying my best to be a gentleman, and you are denying me tooth and nail. So
that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, yo.
Like the gentleman conversation versus the
bad boy.
The bad boy. Yeah. It's like, what do you want? Because
I see it. Like, I literally wrote a whole poetic series, spoken word series.
Wait,
what? I wrote a whole spoken word series called Creation of an Asshole. Right? Literally about, because I used to be the nice guy, really trying to, like, find my Topanga, and then shifting into, like, fuck it, fuck these women, fuck these chicks, like, and I was right off, like, about to go off the deep end when, like, I was fucked over by a lot of women. Ghosting is something we definitely need to talk about, because it's so tragic. I think it's the most fucked up thing you could do to a human being besides from killing them. Like, I think it's so fucked up that you could just, like, pretend that person doesn't exist and just disappear off the face of the earth with no explanation. And that's happened. And so that's pushed me to being like, why the fuck am I even trying to be a gentleman to these women? Like that. And so we definitely have to talk about that shit.
Word, man.
And that's really really potent for me. It's a potent subject.
Yeah, no, most definitely. What do you guys think, man? We want to know like do's and don'ts on a first date. We just shared a lot with you guys, so let us know in the comment section or just get at us in our DM and just holler at us, man. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got are women valued less nowadays? I guess I got to put some context behind that, right? So nowadays, I guess women. I feel like a lot of I can't really speak for women, but from what I see online and from the things I see on social media, I see that women feel less valued in ways than they were maybe in the past. You know, because I feel like it's like you just explained. You know, there's a double. I don't know if the word double standard. I'm not sure if that's the right word for it, but it's like, you know, women want to be catered to, but then they also want to be bosses. You know, so I feel like it's kind of confusing for us and for them. You know, like how do we encapsulate that? Like,
here's what I had to come to realize. Like, we tend to believe, like, we fall into the illusion or the delusion that women are a monolith and men are a monolith, and women want this, and men want this.
Yeah.
Like, that's not true. It's because social media is making us feel like all women are this or all men are that. You know, like, really, it is skewing our perspective as a society. But what you got to come to realize is that every single individual is just that, an individual.
Right.
Like me and you, we're both black men who grew up in theater. Right. Like, we don't want the same shit.
No.
But like we fuck with different types of shit. We would go after a different woman, you know, like, so just in that, like, we share all of these things that make us seem like we kind of are on the same page. But for when it comes to like dating, when it comes to actually pairing yourself with someone else, that's so like specific to who you are as an individual, all your trauma, all of your like all the things that bring you joy and the things that make you happy and excited. Like,
what is a woman's value in 2022? Like, what is the woman of 2022 like? What is her value like? Like, how can you?
I mean, I think that what women have to recognize within themselves is that they are queens. And what I realized when I was dating, when I was in the dating game versus now being married and having my queen, the difference between my wife, Gabrielle, and other women that I dated is that those women did not know that they were queens. They had no idea. And they knew that they were fucking with a king. And so they did everything they could.
Niggas say they knew.
No, they knew. And they did everything they could to sabotage that because they knew that they weren't worthy of who I needed in my life, right? Like, they couldn't fill those shoes. And so they jeopardized the possibility of actually having a king, right? And that's on them. And I'm not saying that I didn't do anything wrong in any of those relationships or I didn't fuck up in any sort of way. And I actually beat myself up a lot over like women I dated or breakups that I had or whatever. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And, you know, I would say 90% of it was I didn't do anything wrong. I was just exactly who I was and it didn't fit with them. And so what a lot of women need to recognize is this the same on their side. Like, if they come to it just fully recognizing that they are a queen, all of the non-kings, all of the peasants will step out of the way. All the peasants will not be able to fit with you. And so I think that women's value in 2022 is that they are queens. They have to know that they are queens. And they have to walk like a queen. But the queen has to recognize that she also is in need of a king because she's just a princess without a king. Right? I'm just a prince without a queen. So it's recognizing that the potential that you have to be that thing, but you need to know that you're not just the boss on your own. Like, you can't be the boss of people and run people, like run over men and stuff like. And
so so is there would you say there's more value in a woman having having the nice features, like having a nice body, like, or having a good presentation of themselves? Do you feel like there's more value nowadays in the woman having more money, like, you know, being more of a boss, being more in control, like kind of her own life and being that independent? Is there more value in a woman just, you know, I guess being more so all about the man nowadays? Like, is that kind of where we're headed? You know, we just had a R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, but we just had somebody pass who was kind of polarizing in this sense. You know, like is like, where's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, where does that, you know, what is the most, like, what is wanted now? I would say. Like,
well, I think that what women have to understand about wanting to be the money maker, right? Making money, is that you are going to alienate. This is your trade-off. It is what it is. Because men want women who are typically younger, and they'll date women that are less smart than them. Yeah. And they'll date women that are that they can provide for. Yeah. Yeah. Men don't want to feel provided for. Yeah, that's emasculating. Yeah. It is. Because even just,
like, why do you want to do that?
Yeah, I don't want you to provide. Like, of course, I joke all the time with my wife. She's the breadwinner right now, and that's not how it always was. It's a trade off. So you know, sometimes I'm making more money, sometimes she's making more money. But I had to become comfortable with the fact that, oh, I want to be a stay-at-home husband, you know, so I can do what I need to do. Because I know that what I bring, the value that I bring to the relationship is, you know, exceeds what she can provide. So I'm providing for her, but maybe I'm not making the money right now. But
I gotta make the money.
Bro,
you know what?
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, listen, so, look, just real quick. Like, I had in my relationship, in my relationships as well, like, I just hate when a woman, like, and this might sound so chauvinistic, but talk crazy to me.
Oh,
talk
yeah,
back to me, or say just ill
There's no
shit.
Room
like,
for
bro,
see, that's the difference between respect and like showboating, basically. Like,
yeah, because bro, it's like this. It's like you want to say something. This is just a real simple example. It's like, damn, you know, we got this apartment together. Hey, baby, you know, you ain't wash the dishes today. You ain't take out the trash. You ain't do the laundry. Nigga, I paid the bills. Right. Fuck is you talking about? Like, right. Dog, and then it's like, you like, all right, bet. So what, I gotta do the dishes? Like, what the fuck? Like,
right. So I don't know. That sounds like a lack of respect thing to me, more than about who makes more money and who, like, because if I'm out working, I would want the person that I'm with, and the other person is at home, I want the person that I'm with to recognize that the house, like, you're in a better position to clean and take care of the house. Like, you're in a better position to, like, for when we come home, if the house is dirty, like, I hope that you would take on that responsibility. And maybe I might have to ask. Maybe you're not thinking about it because you're working on something. You got a project. Because this happened to me, right? You know, Gabriella be out doing something all day, and then I'm home, it's mad laundry, and then she come home and she get up and, like, pick up all this laundry because she was thinking about it, because I was working on some shit. I wasn't thinking about the laundry. But if she says to me, hey, baby, can you take care of the laundry while I'm gone, then bet, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the laundry, because now it's on my mind. And that's just a level of, I feel like, respect, that we respect each other. It's like, oh, she can't be in a position to do the laundry. And then also, it's like, to me, it's a little different, especially in our relationship. But, like, I feel like whoever is willing to complain about the state of things, the status of things, like, that's who should take care of it. Like, if you're going to complain about the laundry, then pick up the laundry and go do it. Facts. If you're going to be complaining about the dishes, just get up and go do the dishes. And if you need help, then ask me for some help. But don't just be like, oh, you should be doing this. Like, you're not my boss, right? That's, again, where I come to kings and queens. Like, you are my queen. We are a team. We're in this together. So if you need support, let me know what support you need, and I will help you. Let's wash the dishes together. Yeah. Many hands make light work.
Yo, the demasculation, I feel like of the man is like all 2022 and that's you know, there's the guy DJ Envy from The Breakfast Club, you know, and there was something recently that he kind of put out about him and his wife, and about him. Did you hear about it? Nah. So him, we kind of veering off a little bit, but it was about him. And his wife in having sex. So basically his wife was like, oh, you know, he was thinking that he's like giving his wife the business, like he was just really laying it down, just giving it to her. And he's saying like, well, what she's saying was that she wasn't really feeling that much pleasure for the longest time. She was faking it. Okay, she was faking it. So she was lying. So she was essentially lying about all the orgasms or the feelings that she was getting when they were having sex, and he complied. He was like to me, he was complicit in the in her being honest about it, and kind of like he was just like kind of demasculated himself as a man, and was just like, you know, I had to come to realize like I wasn't really doing anything, so it made him cheat. So right, so. And I feel like that's kind of where it gets a little murky, because he decided to cheat. He is kind of demasculating himself even more by kind of admitting, saying like, oh, bro, you could be laying it down. You could be doing your thing like the best you can. That's your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that she, you know, maybe, you know, is not really receptive to like the things that you're doing. That says a lot maybe about your marriage, you know what I'm saying? And maybe some other things with communication that's just not right maybe. But I just feel like it's just so fucked up that now, you know, in a public space, in a public capacity, you know, you can feel comfortable with like putting your man out like that, and then, you know, having him be sorry for cheating on you. Yeah, like bro, she's not sorry for lying. Bro.
That situation is really fucked up to me, because she lied to him. Yeah. She was lying to him. Yeah. And even if it was, you can call it a lie of omission, but she was being she was deceitful. Yeah. She didn't flat out say I'm this and this is happening, but she was playing a role that was deceptive to her husband. Right, so already there's a kink in the armor of this
that breaks you, bro.
Yeah,
that
because
man, for sure.
Especially bro, because you think this whole time for years and years you holding it down, like that's part of.
That makes you feel good,
bro. It makes you feel so good to know that your woman is satisfied with you and what you're doing, especially because men love sex. Like when men get together, we talk about sex. We talk about how we can get with girls. We talk about how many girls you talking to, bro. Yo. It's like all about sex. And then so when we finally lock you down, when we put that ring on it, and it's gonna be me and you now, we're in a relationship, right? We have now determined that I am not allowed to go anywhere else for sex. Yeah. So I'm relying on you for that satisfaction that I've wanted all my entire life. All I do with my boys is talk about women and talk about sex. Yeah. And now I'm relying on you as my wife to satisfy or satiate that urge to please somebody.
Because you put it down with other women for sure,
bro.
Yeah, yo. So that's what gets me. Like if I'm with someone that I consider my girlfriend, my wife, like it's not that I don't want to hear it, but like I don't want it to be all of a sudden like something where it's like you grabbing my hand and saying, like, trying to get me to do shit, or you're making, like, you're like, hey, I haven't been feeling like this for this amount of time. Can you do this after we've been doing something for the same way for the whole time? It's like, of course, I want that honesty, but it's like, it should be the first day, like, that you feel like you're falling off a little bit. Let's try to address it then.
At least, even if it's not the day that it happens, it should be before we have sex again.
Yeah, that makes me not want to have sex.
Exactly. Yeah, so he's gonna have sex with somebody else. Like
that he can't please. That will be happy.
Exactly. Yeah. Or something that excites him, because now every time he goes to have sex with you as his wife, every time he goes to have sex with you, he's going to be doubting himself. I don't know. And I don't even know if it's real.
Big enough? Is it hard enough?
All of this shit. And then it's like, this is too much. I don't even want to deal with the issues of that. So I'm going to go, it's only a matter of time before I find it somewhere else. Before somebody say, hey, what's up, big man? Hey, what's up? Exactly. And then I'm like, just hearing that and that kind of.
And they happy. They excited.
Yes.
Just from like touches.
That tantalizes me. That like makes me, oh wow, like somebody is actually interested in me. Yeah. Somebody is actually that I see them, I hear them, they know that I'm married, and they're still down to fuck me. Like that is so powerful. Yeah. That's like, wow, a woman actually likes me. So for her to do that to him and not have any remorse is tragic. It's so tragic, and it's really fucked up in this generation that's okay, because all we look at is the man cheating. All we see is, oh, he cheated, he left her, whatever. But we don't. Why? Yeah, why, bro? Why? Why? Yeah, it's just wild to me.
What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Let us know,
weigh
man.
Please
the value of women. I mean, you can weigh in on that as well with DJ Envy's situation. Let us know in the comment section below.
Word. Let me know the next. What we got next?
All right. So we got so it's kind of along the same lines, but should my girl let me date other women and stay loyal?
So what do you mean by stay loyal?
So I mean like
dating other women.
So she not date other men.
Oh, so, should she stay loyal while I date other women?
Yes. So
I don't know, bro. I don't know if it's gonna work that way. I'm struggling to see the logic of that.
Man. So. All right, so look, I got some logic behind that. So in my mind, and I don't feel like it has to be. If you're married to someone, I don't feel like you should just be dating someone every year, every month, and kind of like you're single. Yeah. So what I'm saying, or what I'm thinking in my mind of the ideal situation is that, let's say if for some reason, like, cause men have urges all the time. Like, you see a woman, you have an urge, or you have
women do too.
Women have urges. I mean, that's fair enough. Yeah. But I mean, it's damn sure more women on the planet than men. Like, we know that statistically is a fact. So I mean, when it comes to it depends on your situation. But for example, like, and we're not trying to offend anyone by any means, but we're just speaking truth. If you're a woman and you have 3 kids, right? We kind of talked a little bit about this before, and you have three different baby daddies or 2 different baby daddies, and you you have to deal with those men still is a huge part and a big part of your life. Like, and I'm a man, and maybe I don't have kids, or maybe I might have a kid or something, maybe. But like for me, like, I feel like it's kind of a given. It's like a give and take situation. So depending on like what the woman has to offer in the relationship would depend on like how often or how not often I would want to have another woman in my life. Like, personally, like if I have somebody like it, if I'm dealing with a situation where the woman has kids and stuff, and I don't feel like I'm getting enough attention from this woman because the attention is on these, rightfully so, her kids and maybe her baby daddy, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I need a little bit more attention. I need to be satisfied in a different way. I might, go ahead and say, hey, like, I'm probably going to be seeing this other person, for this, I don't know how long, but, I'm going to see someone else, maybe I'm going to take someone out on a date. Maybe I'm going to hang out with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm not getting enough attention from you. I mean, it could be other situations as well. But like, for example, you have men nowadays, or you have women nowadays that say, making $100,000 ain't a lot of money. But if I had a man who made a $200,000 a year or $1 million a year, then he could do whatever he wants as long as he take care of me, right? Like, you have situations like that too. And I mean, I personally, of course, I would approve of that situation. If you a man and you making a certain amount of money, or you have a certain status of class in our society, then I feel like because of your status, or because you work to get to where you are, there should be other pleasures that you have a part of your life. It's kind of like a cheat code, or it's kind of like, you're kind of able to get a little bit more bang for your buck. You know what I'm saying? When it's my opinion. That's my opinion. Keep it funky.
So I'm of the belief that, number one, that marriage should never be looked at as a prison for anybody involved. It should feel like a partnership. And with any partnership, like a business partnership, a really well-functioning business partnership, we have to be okay with whatever the ebbs and flows of the market is. And so that is, for a relationship, from a relationship standpoint, this marriage should be okay with the ebbs and flows of the emotional circumstances that we find ourselves in. Now, the things that I feel like are a deal breaker for me in terms of like monogamy when it comes to a relationship is children. I think that should be one man, one woman. No baby daddies, if they can be avoided. Like that's the last thing that should, baby daddies, baby mamas, switching up. I feel like people shouldn't be having children until they get married, until they are actually going to really be like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you. Because the reason why it's so important to spend the rest of your life with them is, yeah, it's for you and it's great to spend the rest of your life with somebody, but it's for the kids. So when it comes to like, I want to just simplify what you're talking about in terms of like the ideal situation, and say, like, when it comes to a single man and a single woman, right? They should be able to get together and do whatever the fuck they want sexually within the relationship or without the relationship, but recognize that they are each other's priority.
Sure.
Right? So you and me, I don't give a fuck. Like, if you want to go out and go on a date with somebody because you feel like you just need a little break, like, sure, but like, we're best friends. You're coming back to me at the end of the day when it's all said and done, like, you're gonna be on my will.
So you would let your girl date another man?
I would, but that also is because that's only because I recognize my value as a king. So when my wife and I were separated in 2019. I was, and even before we separated, I let her go and do whatever, like go to the club and hook up with a dude. And for me, I was comfortable with that because I knew that she was never going to find anybody like me, ever. Even if she sleeps with somebody, even if she has a great sexual experience, she's never, ever, ever going to find someone as valuable to her as I am. And that proved to be true because she went out several times. And that was the report that came back to me. There is no one like you. There is nobody that I want to deal with. And now that shit has stopped. She's not even interested in going and seeing anybody. She's not interested in entertaining anybody because she's been there, done that. Fuck that shit. There's nobody like this king. And so that's why I'm of the belief, like, let your person go and do what they do. If you really believe you're as valuable as you say you are, then there's no competition. There's nothing to worry about. And so for me, like, and I feel like it did the same for her because I went and dated other people when we were separated.
So where's the line then?
The line
in monogamy.
The line in monogamy to me is that there's only a few people that I can be 100% myself with. And like, but even my mother is probably the second most, like, the person I've been second most honest to.
Okay.
The person I've been most honest to about literally everything is Gabrielle Reyes. And I believe that is so priceless, like, to have that level of confidence in somebody where you can just tell everything to and not worry about them running away. Because like people run away from your truth, just like you were saying. Like, if you don't bear it all on the first date, like, I don't want to hear all of that shit, I'm gonna run away, I'm gonna go. But when we tie ourselves together, when we're in a relationship, we're saying, I get to tell you everything, and you get to not run away, and you get to tell me everything, and I get to run away, right? So we are basically we're tied to each other, but it's not a prison. We can go anywhere, but we have said that we're going to stay together. So when it comes to you, if she went out, let's say she went out and dated somebody and found someone else and said, I want to start a family with him, I want to meet his family, I want to go and like basically put him as a priority, then I know that's not my queen. Because my queen wouldn't do that. My queen is going to be sticking right here and going to be like, damn, Ace is the best. Like, there's nobody like him. I'm going to stick with him. Like, so that's how I feel, when it comes to monogamy.
No, for sure. I think, because I understand the perspective. I think for me, it's like, I really, and maybe it's just, the way I was, brought up, the things that I've seen, my experiences as well. But I'm under the impression that, like, I don't think a man is any better than the woman, but I do feel like the roles should be played different. So, like, I'm not saying that you should be subdued all the time by a man and that you should just let your man kind of run around and go crazy and do all the things that he wants.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to understand kind of what you bring to the table and where you are kind of in your life in order to maybe justify or understand like some needs maybe that a man might have that you cannot provide in some instances. So like, in a way, like I could understand where you're coming from and I can agree with you, but I don't agree with the one like just letting my woman kind of just do, because after you come back to me, even if you say I'm the best and this and that, like, in my mind, like you still had the intention. So like, because the intention was there now, it might come back sooner or later. So just for me,
I don't know if
I personally just have trust issues when it comes down to that. Like if you show me your hand, your face once, I feel like it can come out again. And I don't think the nature of a woman should be the same as the nature of a man. Like I'm what I'm saying?
I have that, like I draw the line at lying. So the thing that kept me with her is that she's never lied to me. She's told me literally everything from jump.
Yeah.
Right? Like every step of the way. And I've done the same with her. So for me, it's like, if you show me your face and that face is lies, then it's going to be hard to trust you. But I can't there's no reason to not trust someone who has just told me the truth about who they are and what they did and where they were. And
that's invaluable, man. There's a lot of value in that. I agree for sure.
Because this is my philosophy when it comes to trust. Trust takes years to build, moments to destroy, and a lifetime to repair. So when you're with somebody, like the thing about trust is that it's built brick by brick, right? Like every day we see each other, we get to know each other. I'm just putting the best part of me, everything that I am in front of you, hoping that it will invite the best part of you and everything that you are in front of me. And so we continue to build that, and that trust builds a foundation based in honesty, cemented in honesty. And I'm not going to like run from this, like run from what we've built together unless there's a kink or a crack in it. And that only thing that can crack that or penetrate that is lies, is deceit. And so it's like, that's the same thing with DJ, what's his name?
Academic? No, Envy.
DJ Envy, right? And his wife. It's like, how can he trust her now?
Yeah.
He's he's been fooled by her this entire time. How could he possibly trust that? And it's different to say like, she was always being like, man, like this dick is bad. This dick sucks. This dick sucks. And maybe that's a different type of thing, but at least you're being honest with me.
Right.
At least you're telling me. Like, and maybe it's still emasculating and maybe I still feel like shit. Right. But I feel better than the shit I would feel if you've been lying to me this whole time. I'm thinking like, look, we built this. Look at this big big building.
Are you in love with me or the lifestyle?
Right.
Like, what's going, you know?
Right.
So,
exactly. Right. So that's how I feel, man. And I feel uncomfortable not like being okay wanting to do that or go out and date somebody or talk to somebody, because we've had this conversation too. Like she's not interested in being with anybody else or seeing with anybody else. But I am.
But I am.
I think
that's what I'm saying. I think it's the nature. I'm not saying. I think it's just the nature of a man sometimes, and I don't necessarily like, you know, we kind of are under the assumption, like you said, we put women in the category and men in the category. And maybe in some senses, I'm kind of, you know, in that world of categorizing, like, you know, a
specific type of woman.
Yes, in my mind, and I feel like everybody does. So, you know, you're entitled to do what you want and you know, find the woman that you like. And I'm not saying as a man that any woman that I'm with or any woman that I date, I want to be with other women, because there are women that, you know, I've been with and that I haven't wanted to be with anyone else. You know, throughout the whole entire relationship, I just wasn't thinking about anyone else. It wasn't, but at the same time, I do feel like, you know, as a man, I should have, you know, at least more leeway or just you know, more room to kind of navigate those waters, you know, mentally and physically sometimes. So
what types of like dating would you consider like okay, and you feel like a woman should be okay with? What do you?
Yeah, just like what I explained before. It just depends on like where you are as a woman and what your background is, what you have going on. Like, do you have kids? You know, you know, kind of, are you providing? You know, at all? Like, what are you giving in the relationship? What are you receiving? Like that's how I see it. You know, so it's not just like, you know, if I feel like we're maintaining an equal and balance and there's balance in the relationship and I feel stability in that, like I'm going to stick to that, you know, and I'm going to stay loyal to like my woman, because I do believe that, you know, that's the right thing to do. But also, if I don't feel that way, I don't necessarily feel like I shouldn't be with that person. I might still love that person, but I still feel like I should be able, if I do deem it right, to kind of find my way back to reality, like, you know, in the world that maybe is not reality.
I think you should always be able to determine, like, you should always have autonomy in any relationship. You should be able to determine what you need and what you want and go after it. Right. And the person that you're with, that you deserve, I think everybody deserves a person that is comfortable with that level of freedom. And I would
like a woman to be cool with that. It's not that I'm going to try to be with a woman that's not cool. It's not going to, it's just not going to work. So,
of course.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you know, we you know, so just let us know what you guys think, man. That's, you know, that's a tough pill to swallow, because you know, it's just a lot that goes into a relationship and loyalty, and you know, it kind of, we're talking about a gray area here. You know, it's not really like black and white. So
of course, everybody's different.
Let us know.
What else we got?
Let's see, we got, okay, so we taking it a whole nother way. So we got fucking in public places.
Public places.
Yeah. So I was told that this was called something. Like it was
voyeurism?
Yes.
Voyeurism.
How you know that, nigga? How the fuck do you know that, bro? I don't be knowing none of these words. Bitch told me she like voyeurism. I was like, what is that? Like, my vocabulary's I need to figure some shit out, man. I feel like a little kid.
So I've actually had only a few like, so are we saying public fucking in public?
These are experiences. Like, have you had any like?
So like the closest I've ever had was fucking in a. I got head like in a parking lot stairwell, like.
Oh, okay.
You know, but like.
That's public.
Yeah, that's public. And I mean, other than that, it's been like in a car, like at a park, right? And actually getting stopped by the cops, and that was not good. I was with a white girl, and it's just not.
Yo, they didn't give you a ticket or nothing though.
Son, they ain't give me no ticket.
I've been caught like this. Just awkward as fuck.
Yo, it's so fucking awkward because like, and then they took down both our information, said that they were gonna call our parents, and then they didn't call. They called her parents. They didn't call my parents. They called her parents and they said, "Hey, are you ready to be a grandma?"
No. This is in Florida?
Nah, this is in Florida.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. Yeah,
in the acreage, bro. I'm just glad I didn't get shot, but like that was some racist shit, bro.
Damn, you over there piping down Master's daughter. Just getting freaky in the whip, in the cotton field, nigga, like they finna just lash your ass. You thought you was finna get a lash.
No, I thought I was done for, bro.
Damn.
Windows all smoky and shit, foggy and shit. But so that was my experience. What was yours?
Yeah, so I had a couple. So I fucked somebody on a rooftop before, of a building, and like that's kind of. I mean, I feel like the key with fucking in public is the timing. Like the timing has to be right. You know, like I've also had sex on a plane.
Yo, like, see, I was gonna say I wanted to join the Mile High Club, man. What is it, 100 Mile?
Yo,
Mile High
it's
Club?
so hard nowadays though. Like I did it before when it was like Air Jamaica, and Air Jamaica wasn't really like
they wasn't watching.
Yeah, they wasn't really on point. You know, they had maybe 2 stewardess. You know, it was like an hour flight or something like that.
But also, it feels like it would be uncomfortable in there. Like it's like not. It's not a lot of space.
It depends on how desperate you are. Exactly. It just depends on how desperate you are. And I think for us, it wasn't planned.
Yeah,
so it was just like,
I don't think it would be.
Well, I mean,
most times
on a plane is hard though. So I feel like you have to like know what flight you're on. You have to like at least try to like figure it out. Or if you don't, maybe it's better spontaneous. Maybe it's just better because you're just like, oh, we're just alone in the bathroom now. What are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can we make something happen? So that happened, man. The Mile High Club, man. Join that, and I had one more place that I was the beach. The beach, man. The beach by night. The beach at night. Palm Beach. Yeah, man. Yeah, I had a couple escapades on the beach, man. That was pretty cool, man, to be in the water, the waves, you know, the whole vibe. Even though I'm 100% sure like we were seen, like for sure. Like, you know, maybe the other times I wasn't sure.
Like, isn't there something about that, like that people like? I'm not really into that too much. Like getting. I guess the thrill of getting caught is exciting, but like, but I overthink it. Like sometimes I can't perform because I'm thinking too much, bro. Like I remember me and G like had sets like we were at a it was like a theater like closing night party thing.
Yeah.
And like everybody was on the rooftop. It was like at this like apartment complex in New York, and like we went into the bathroom and like she just really was feeling it, bro. Like
damn.
So like we getting into it, son, and we both high as shit.
Yo,
like, so we getting into it, and then. Like,
nigga, she suck your dick like a fruit roll up. And that shit just elastic, nigga. It's just like a balloon, nigga. You just that shit ain't going. Yo, I know exactly, bro. That shit
was like, I'm like, just on edge, nigga, listening to people like shit. Damn. People coming in, like people trying the door and shit. And that shit just had me just uncomfortable, bro. Cause like it would be different, I guess, if it was people I didn't know, but like I guess more so because it was people that I knew. Like I didn't want to be like, oh come on, man, what the fuck are y'all doing up in here? You know, like, and then just that would be embarrassing. So I guess that wasn't really exciting. There's been times where I've been like at my like staying with family members, you know, like my aunt. And like I just feel really uncomfortable. I feel you. It's just
I've been in plenty of situations like that for sure. Yeah. Like where it's just like you just can't like so much shit is going on around you. It's like you can't think about sex. Yeah. Like or even being like horny.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just like I don't want.
You want to be like you do. You want.
And don't get me wrong. Like I watch porn where it's like you know, there's somebody like you know, that's watching, or like they might get caught or whatever, some shit like that, and that shit turns me on. Watching that, but like when in the actual experience, I'm like, no, I don't want my mom to walk in. Like I don't want, I don't want that shit to happen at all.
For sure.
So yeah, it's you know, public sex doesn't really excite me all that much. So I haven't had it too much, and I will say I really like being comfortable when it comes to sex. Like, bro, I love, a lot of people don't like this, I love shower sex. I love shower. Like, it's the best, bro. The cleanup is
quick, fast, in a hurry. You just
easy, dog.
Yo, I got a story in Vegas, man. I used to live in Vegas, and me and my boy, we had a couple of homies that were promoters and stuff. So they would invite us. They would like give us bottles on random nights, Wednesdays, Tuesdays. So we would act like ballers. We would just go grab a couple of girls from around, and we used to ball out. It was like, oh yeah, we got 2 bottles at Excess or at Marquee, and any of the, like, some of these clubs we used to just get hookups from. So we met some strippers. Cool as fuck. I mean, these strippers were not like down south strippers. These were like up north strippers. There's a huge fucking difference. So they were just like more open-minded, way more lax, chill, you know what I'm saying? Like normal people. So they were just like, hell yeah, let's go. Let's link up. So we ended up linking up with them, and they ended up coming to get some drinks with us. And they actually had guys with them. So their guys came to our table, and it actually kind of threw me off. I was like, hold on. Like, what's going on here? I thought we had something going. Y'all bringing y'all crew of niggas. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, I can't fuck you and him fuck you too.
Right.
So, anyways, we kind of figured out these guys were just kind of friends with them. Super cool. I forgot where they were from. I want to say they were from, like, Seattle or, like, one of those.
American.
You know, they were American. So, long story short, we went to their hotel room. The guys went with us. And we're all headed back. And we're in Vegas, man. We getting fucked up. I mean, we drinking shit. We popping shit. People sniffing shit. Blowing shit, all type of stuff is going down. So we get to this room, and it's like three bedrooms. I think they had like a master. They had a pretty big room, and we're just kind of partying, going hard still. And it's about 6, 7 in the morning at this point. So I'm like, damn, you know, I'm sweating. I'm like, I'm feeling a little, you know, I want to like shower. I think I'm gonna go home. And the girl kind of grabs me and is like, no, come take a shower with me. And I really like never was like into shower sex, nothing like that, bro. Like, it kind of like, I was shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I was about to go home, nigga. I was smelling a little bit. I started smelling myself. So, and I was just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We just drinking all night, bro. So we get into the shower immediately, bro. That water hit me. I'm like, you know, I feel good. I'm back. Like, I'm like, damn. She get in the shower, bro, banging body, just nice. I mean, I just remember her. I wish, you know, she know who she is, man. You know, hopefully she catches this, man. Special person. But it was some of the best sex I had in my life. And it lasted every bit of 5 minutes, nigga. Nigga, 5 long-ass minutes. It felt like 5 days, nigga. I was just in that thing, and it was just going down, bro. And she was just, it was like, it was all happening, bro. She was sexy. She was like giving me the right shower vibes. The water was hitting the right places. Nigga was splashing, and shit was clapping and shit. I love that water clap. It's different.
I love it. So they hit different, dog. It's different.
So man, I had a great experience in the shower, man. That was my. Everybody was in the fucking room. So it wasn't really in public, but it was like everybody knew it was going down.
Right.
You know, everybody's in the room just still getting fucked up doing shit. So took our shower, man. Got out the shower, and bro, it ended up being a great night, bro. I was like, damn, I never felt that good after like having. I was like, damn, like this is legit.
Son, shower sex is the best because like sex is dirty. Like it is, bro. It gets messy,
bro.
Like people be stinking like after a long day and shit. Like you know, and I'm not. I mean, some people stink way more than others.
Different.
So like
it's different.
You know, like. Most of the women that I've messed with, I'm fortunate to say that they did not stink. You know? But there's always a sexual like stench. You know.
Yeah.
But when it comes to shower sex, like, you don't gotta worry about none of that shit.
No, I know.
No, we just in there, like, no, I'm down to touch you everywhere.
Yes,
bro.
Yes. Yeah,
I
put my tongue down there. Shit.
Dog,
I clean you up myself. Shit.
And I like another thing I like about like shower sex or sex like this, like massages, bro. Like a good oil massage.
Oh, I ain't got no shit like that,
bro.
Nah, I ain't got no shit like that.
Dog, you missing out.
Oil?
Dog, get you some coconut oil, nigga.
Oh, shit.
Son, bro, it's the best. Nigga. Do not use baby oil. Do not use baby oil.
Because I be seeing that shit a lot.
Johnson & Johnson fucking people up, bro.
Yeah,
like,
giving people yeast infections.
Yeah, son, all types of shit. Do not do it. Do not do it. Anyway, but like, what I like about those two scenarios is that, like, to me, my like kink, my fetish or whatever is like, when it's not about sex, but it's still sexual. Like, so if I'm in the shower, like, I'm just cleaning you. Right? Like, and I love, like, I could just clean you and I'm like, just getting to touch your body and like, fuck, like, that shit just fucking turns me on.
Yeah.
And you're touching my body and you're like, oh yeah, let me just clean you up. And it's like, ooh,
bro,
like, yeah. You know, or like,
our
let me
body's
just
like 70% water or some shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's like when the water hit us, it just make things softer.
Exactly,
and just like,
bro.
Yeah.
And then like, even when you're getting like a massage or something, it's just like all the area you like like a woman lets you massage her, and it's not about sex. Like, I like. You know, a lot of people, I've had sex with women, I told them, oh yeah, I like massages, and then it turns into massage, and then they're immediately going for like sexual shit. Like, I want the foreplay to last as long as possible when it comes to that, because it's like if you touch everywhere on my body, then it's like my dick is like, yo, please, 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 please fucking touch me. And then it's like, boom, we get into it. But like, if we just jump into the sex, it like kind of defeats the whole purpose of everything else. So I like, for me, like just psychologically tricking myself into thinking whatever the action is right now is an intimate moment, but it's not about sex. Yeah. And then the sex happens to like, you know, it's a surprise at the end. Like, oh shit, you know? So.
Word, man.
What y'all think?
Yeah,
Let us know.
Comment below. All right, bet. Let's see what we got here. All right, so I guess we kind of talked a little bit about it. So sexual boundaries or sex boundaries, and I would say maybe the first time you meet someone. So for example, you know, I met someone and we had a date, and we kind of got intimate eventually. So we had the date, went somewhere, you know, started to get intimate with each other. You know, it always starts with the conversation, initiation, and things kind of escalated from there. And usually when you go on a first date with someone, sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. And this specific time, I wasn't planning to do anything. That wasn't really my intention. I honestly was just trying to chill, kick it, but it just veered that way. So I went with it, and you know, we did our thing. You know, it was something quick. It wasn't like any foreplay. It wasn't like, oh no head. It wasn't really no finger, nothing like that. It was just like, okay, we about to fuck right now. Like, where's the condom? Like, just whip it out. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. So that happened, and I think I was taking off the condom, and I got like some, you know, bro, it's just messy, bro. I hate that shit. So I took off the condom, and some sperm kind of got on my hand. Oh yeah. And I'm like, damn, I don't got a fucking napkin. So I'm like, so I like go, and I like throw the condom away, and the girl's like she's kind of still kind of hot and heated. I mean, I was busted down for a good 3 minutes, nigga, like 2 minutes, because I kind of was just like the sit. Bro, I just wasn't planning, expecting it, so it was real quick boom, bam, bow. Yeah. So, and there's sperm on my hand, and she's like, hey, can I suck that, or can I have that? I was like, what? She's like, the sperm. Like, can you put it in my mouth? I was like, I ain't like that shit. I ain't like that shit. All type of questions raised in my mind. Like, what the fuck? Bitch, we just met. Like, What's going on? That boundaries. That was a boundary that I want. I know. Bitch, you can't have none of my kids. Let me go wash my hands in the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Like, you gotta just, bruh. I don't know, bruh. Like, I guess
So what is it about it that you didn't like?
I ain't like that she wanted to do that.
But like what? Like why? Why was that a problem? Why did that?
Because you don't really know me like that well. Like, bro, I just that makes me think.
How well does she have to know you,
bro? At least like 5-6 times or 5-6 dates or something, bro. Like, we gotta have a consistent like some trust. We gotta build some trust.
So what did that say to you? Like she's dirty or like
that didn't really that didn't say that she was dirty. That just told me that she was just into shit. You know what I'm saying? She into some shit, bro. Like, what you got going on that you like drinking sperm? Like, you like that shit? You just like me. I don't think it's just me. So like, how many, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like I'm thinking in my mind, it kind of takes me like, cause I don't want to say people that, like, you're dirty or anything, but cause you know, I don't think she was, but it just mentally is like, maybe she was dirty in that way. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that forwardness. Is like, I still like, bro, like I like for my women to be at least a little pure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know, and I wanted to be honest. So, you know, it's cool that she was down for that. And I feel like it's a time and a moment for that, which is, you know, which I'm down for. But it's like, I still, like, if it's the first date, it's like, I want to work up to that. I want you to be like, I don't want your sperm, nigga. Like, and then I want to give you that shit. Like, I want you to take this shit in your mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like that. Like, I don't want it to be just like, oh, yeah, I just met you. Let me just empty your ball sack. Like, come on, man. Like, what the fuck you got going on?
Yo, so I would say, like, I feel like, you know, everybody is sort of, is
different.
Like, what do you call it? Not jaded. Jaded is the wrong word. Is influenced by their sexual experiences or their, you know, perceived sexual experiences. So, like, you know, today's day and age, a lot of people before sex have been introduced to porn. That's very unfortunate at a much younger age. But like, you know, when people are introduced to porn or other, like if she's with, you know, had sex with other men who have liked that, then I can see a scenario where she would think that would turn you on, especially if she was turned on, because you just busted. And so you're not in it anymore. Like, you're not in the moment, but if she's in the moment, like, I mean, you know, she's like, yo, like, yeah, do this. And that kind of, you know, gets me off. But ain't
nothing wrong with it. That's just my boundary. Like, I don't want to put a negative connotation to that, because that can be sexy. Like, I think that is sexy, but I think it's just the timing of it, you know, just to be specific and give it context. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, without generalizing it, like, cause, you know.
No, I feel you. I would say like for me,
you don't got no boundaries, nigga. You don't got.
No, I would say like things that I've encountered that I didn't like early on were like physical, like biting and like scratching or like, you know, like I don't want no pain. Like I like comfortable sex. Like I like hard sex and rough sex and all of that shit. But like I don't want nobody to be hurt after this. I don't want nobody to be bruised after this shit. Right. Like I don't even really like slapping. I'll slap an ass like all day. Right. But like I don't even really want to slap your face. Like, you know, like they like just I don't want that shit. Or I don't want you like grabbing on me, putting your nails into my back and shit. Like or like I had a chick,
what about
she was
choking
like
a bitch?
biting my lip. Like no, I like see. I don't like obviously like choking them is a little different because you know that there's a you can't go too far. Like I'm not gonna strangle you where you can't breathe and shit. But like holding you down by your neck, like that's sexy and like you know like you like you know giving it to you if I'm like you know pounding you or whatever and I'm holding your neck like that's hot. But like to actually physically like I
don't like for a bitch to scratch me. Bro, I think that happened.
I don't want no hickeys either.
I liked it once, maybe. I think I liked it maybe once. Yeah, hickeys. it just depends on like, are you like a vampire bitch, or are you just trying to like,
if you nibble, like if you got like son, like you know, you like nibble on my ear, whatever, like some shit like that. But like if you biting me, bro, like like
oh my god, I can feel that shit right now. It's like just really just try to get into that shit.
Yo, G told me about a nigga that wanted her to bite his dick, bro. Like bite it. She was like, okay, just like. She bit it hard, bro. He was like, harder. Like, I was like, that shit makes me so fucking uncomfortable.
Bro, never in life.
Never, bro.
Yeah, if I feel teeth on my dick, then I'm going to hurt you. Then I'm going to hurt you. You going to get hurt then. Like, for sure. Like, it'll be a couple of...
For real, man. Because, I mean, I've had women give me head that's like, mouth wasn't big enough. And they like, they teeth are grazing my shit. Like, nah, bitch. Like, I'm done. Let's just fuck. Like, I'm okay. So I don't want no pain.
Yeah, so that shit scares me.
That's uncomfortable for me. And I feel like there's some women that are like, maybe they've been influenced by porn, or maybe other guys that they've been with like this shit. But like, it's just like, like, fuck, like, I don't know, fuck, like, you know, just like hard. Like,
I don't like a woman that want to have sex more than me, bro. Then I know like that something's wrong. For me personally, like I like a good sexual appetite, but like that's another thing, I guess, and that's along the same lines as what I was saying, because it's like, you know, I don't want, because bro, like of course it's like depending on the situation, you know, if you're in the bedroom. And you laid it down for like 30 minutes. You know, y'all going back and forth 30 minutes. And after you done, you know, it's like the chick wants more. That's like, that fucks with me. That fucks with my head. I'm kind of like, I like it, you know, because it's like, okay, you want some more of me. But it's like, I can't get that to you. At the same time, it's like a double-bladed sword kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, well that's why I'm strictly of the philosophy that she comes first. Like she has to, bro.
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure. I agree with that.
Is it hit? Boom.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Y'all get yourself a copy of this book right here. So
what they got on there? The papaya.
No, the papaya.
The papaya.
I don't even know if it's. See, damn, it's too white on this.
Yeah,
but damn. All right, but we'll make sure y'all can see it. She comes first. The thinking man's guide to pleasing a woman, pleasuring a woman.
Yeah, you need to get us to DJ Envy, man.
Yeah, bro, for real, bro. But you know what? Like, what really struck me about this book, like that I didn't even think about. Yeah. Like, cause I used to overthink some shit too. Like, oh man, what if I can't perform? I think the first time I had a threesome, I was like overthinking it. Like, you know. I was just overthinking it, bro. And it turned out to not be a problem. But what I realized from the book that like completely changed my perspective about sex was that like women like physical intercourse less than men. What they really like is that tongue. They like what that mouth do, bro. Like, and so when you when I realized that shit, I'm like, oh shit, like I can just fucking please her all day, like my tongue can fucking still come in handy, like regardless, even if I bust, you know, early or whatever, or even if I can't get up, and then I get turned on by her being turned on. You know, like obviously as a man, I'm likely to be very turned on, but or more than she is, but if she happens to be if she's happens to be turned on, then that will like get me. If I'm not turned on, if I like just see her starting to get, it's the same, like we could get into this whole other thing too. Yeah. But yeah, nah, like I feel like that's really important for men to realize it. So if you're out there as a man and you feel emasculated, you feel impotent, you feel like you can't perform for your woman, like do not forget, what that mouth can do, bro. Yeah. And have her talk to you, because that shit, like, bro, if you find out what she likes from you, like, bro, you won't ever have to worry about it. Like your dick is gonna get
start
hard.
that way though. She gotta start off that way. Like you gotta already start and know like, okay, this how you know, I want to like lay the foundation down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like if you just start with a woman and she doming you up, and then you just plowing her down, and then it's over with. That's kind of gonna fuck up the trajectory of like
100%, bro.
The you know what I'm saying,
but you gotta make her come first. Like that's to me is like
that's
so
impressive.
important. Because now I've realized, like, in our relationship, like, she wants sex more than I do because, and I get turned on when she's into it, because she knows that she is going to come from sex. Mm-hmm. Like, in a lot of relationships.
Oh, bro, I want to ask you something.
Bro, what's up?
Yo, bro, if you doming a bitch up, you okay with her touching your head like that? You okay with her touching on your head like this, bro? I'm like, bitch, don't touch my head. The fuck wrong with you? Like, what is you doing?
I don't think she. I don't think that's ever happened.
I wonder if she just go down and just bro. I'm like, hold on. Yeah, bro. Like I had a situation, man. The bitch grabbed my head, and I was like, hold on, damn, bitch. Like, I'm trying to do my thing, and then my head just going like this. I'm like, come on, bro. We can't be doing this. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm trying my best here, nigga. Like, you know, touch your legs or something. Touch your breast, nigga. Don't touch my head. This shit is on another level.
I don't think that's happened.
Hey, how'd you try that, man? Just see how you feel, bro.
Oh, baby, just put
just control my head.
Oh my god, bro. Nah, so that's funny. That's funny. I don't think I've ever had that experience though.
Hey, it's something different. Different.
Shit.
I forgot what you were saying.
Yeah, I forgot what I was saying too. But it's important that, like, make sure that she comes first, because then she wants sex. Like, she'll start to enjoy sex. Mm-hmm. And every time you ask for it, she knows that there's something in it for her. Because a lot of women, I feel like this happened with DJ Envy, and I don't know this man's life.
We throwing hella shots at you.
I really literally just learned this about this story, so I have no idea. DJ Envy, I'm sorry for bringing you up so many times, but like this I feel like parable happens so often. And so, you know, in that case, I feel like they were having sex all the time, and she wasn't coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what was happening.
She wasn't coming.
What was happening.
She didn't communicate that she wasn't coming. She made it seem like she was coming. She was having an orgasm, and so he thinks that she likes it. She doesn't like it, so every time he initiates it, she just feels like, oh, I got to go into this lie again.
I want to please him or whatever.
Yeah. And this is what I'm supposed to do as a woman. Like, no, what you're supposed to do as a woman is be honest with your man. Like, that's number one, 100%. So with that situation, it's like with any situation like that, the woman has to come, because like that is what makes the sex fun. Mm-hmm. The dude is gonna come. Like, he will take care of it. At the end, like, he will fucking take care of it at the end of the day. He's going to come. It's like, because men do not like blue balls. But a woman, she can fake it, she can do all of this stuff, but she also wants to have a sexual experience that she has an orgasm from. So if the man makes sure that she comes first, and he can go down on her, lick her, fucking whatever. If you gotta fucking buy it, nigga, a dildo because you can't do your shit, like whatever. But every sexual encounter that you have, she has to come first, or she at the very least, she should come first. But at the very least, she has to come. Like, it cannot end. The sexual interaction cannot end unless she comes. Unless she says, no, I'm done. Like, we got to go to work, or like, I got whatever. You know what I'm saying? Certain situations. But if it's like a mutual experience, y'all are about to have a sexual encounter, she needs to come. It's so important. Like, I can't stress that enough.
Facts. Yo, you guys let us know, man. Boundaries, sexual boundaries, man.
Word.
First date.
We will see y'all on the next one. It's been so real.
Oh, I got one more.
Oh, you got one more?
Yeah,
damn.
Bro. I got one more.
Okay.
All right, so this one gonna be quick though.
All right.
So define thick and curvy. You know,
thick and curvy. So for me,
What's your preference too? I guess
my preference is a woman that is curvy, I guess.
Okay.
And I will say I'm an ass man more than a leg man. I mean more than ass man more than a tits man. Because to me personally, I don't care how big or small your tits are, but if you have no ass, like there's really not a shape, like, and that's unfortunate. Some men like the big boobs and like they just big up top and that's it. But like for me personally, this is my personal preference. This is not what all men like or what all men should like. But for me, my experience is that when I see a woman with no ass, I do not see a shape. She looks built like a man to me, like straight leg, like that, and I'm not attracted to that. Yeah. And so for me, like I much rather prefer a woman with some butt, I prefer butt and more than titties, and I see a lot of women are self-conscious about their boob size, like, oh, my breasts aren't big enough, or like I got these mosquito bites or whatever, and to me, like I don't think men really actually care about that because men, like the thing is, what women don't realize is like you cover up your tits regardless of how big or small they are. They're covered. And so we would get horny just because they're showing. It doesn't matter what the fuck shape they are. It doesn't matter what they look like. We just want to fucking see them. Yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck, right? Like, I feel like, and all men are just like, they're going to look like, because it's attractive. Like, I just like, they're covered up and we want to see what they fucking look like. Like,
yeah, titties are made to produce milk. Yeah. That ass is made to clap.
Yes.
For sure. So for me, I'm an ass man, most definitely. There was a chick recently that I was dealing with, and she was really small on the top. But I mean, everything else was like, voila, la, la, shut up. Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Almost, it's like, I'm the type of nigga, like, I almost like to be overwhelmed with that ass. Like, I like for that ass to just be, like, I'm almost like, God, I can just move one cheek up here, and then just move the other cheek, and just go crazy, put them together, hug them, nigga, sleep on them, all that shit. So for me, like I definitely love me a curvy woman. I think that there's a fine line. For me, thick is when you just overall thick, right? Overall, overall, you know what I'm saying? And I like thick too. Like I like both. I prefer curvy over thick, but I think you can be thick and curvy as well. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of the line that I kind of teeter between. But for me, I think that right now in our time is like the curvy woman is it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you kind of fill in all the blanks almost. You know. So
what do you say about BBLs, Brazilian butt lifts?
That's tricky for me because I really feel like, like I'm not going to be a victim of the past or of the present. And I think that as we kind of evolve as humans, we'll find different ways for our bodies to evolve as well. And you can, the health part of it is a whole nother like topic. But if we're talking about just appearance, I like it. Like I like it. I mean, I feel like it makes you more attractive and it gives women more confidence. And also like if you're a man, let's say for example, you're a man and you have a woman that you love, but she never ain't had no ass. Everything else she got. She, you know what I'm saying? The mentally, you know what I'm saying? Like she got you, and you're also attracted to her. She's beautiful. Like there was a white chick that I met at my job the other day. Bad. I mean, just woo. I had to really like check her. Like and she had a nice body, nice frame, nice ass, wasn't fake, nothing. Nice titties, nice juicy lips. I was like, damn, where the fuck you from? Russia? Or like, like Yugoslavia or some shit. She blue, greenish eyes, blonde. And we kinda had a conversation. We were talking a little bit because I was working. She was like buying some stuff. So we ended up exchanging Instagrams. So I was looking at her Instagram stalked her. That shit I do sometimes. So I was looking through her Instagram. I was like, damn. I'm like looking at all the pictures. I'm seeing her in the bikinis. I'm like, wow. Hold on. Go back. I'm seeing like a older picture 6 years ago. And the body's still banging. But when I see the lips like, yeah, nothing. The whole is like a mummy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like a completely different person, bro. But, the fact that she got these lip injections, you know what I'm saying? It kind of amplified her complete look. And she probably ended up making more of a life for herself and creating more of a lane for herself just from getting that. So in that sense, like, I definitely respect it. I don't agree with, like, I have a cousin right now who's overweight. It's just, you're overweight. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not healthy. You're not eating well. You're sloppy. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be lazy and get lipo or get whatever the surgery now is, where they injecting the fat into the ass, or taking the BBL, exactly, or you're taking the fat off and you're folding it, or whatever you're doing. That to me is the line right there. But then that's something to do with like health a little bit, but that draws the line for me. But as far as appearance goes, I'm with it. I mean, I'm with it.
I will say I'm not with it. I've seen some transformations. Like, if looking at women's Instagram that I'm attracted to, and like I've seen the shift, but it's all natural. Like skinny, and then fat ass, bro. I gotta show you this one.
I've seen that before. Yeah,
bro.
I like that too.
And to me, I like that so much better, and I respect that so much more because, like, bro, this chick had no ass, bro. Like, no ass, and she fucking worked for that shit. Literally worked for that shit.
Yeah.
And that shit,
I agree with that.
And to me, like, it suits your body more. Yeah. It's gonna age with you better. Like, you might look good right now, when you get the
BBLs, but
I feel you. Even the lip injections, like it might look great right now. Yeah. But like, we have plenty examples of what these chicks look like when they're older.
Are you seeing Madonna lately?
Bro, oh my gosh.
Damn. Madonna.
It's
I don't even. What was that? There was a.
It's disgusting. Bro.
I can't. I'm trying to remember a movie that she. There was a dinosaur movie.
Yes,
nigga.
Dino.
There were puppets, and the baby. Nigga, what the fuck was that movie called? She looked exactly like the baby. The cheeks is all the way the fuck up here. The smile is like way out here.
Tragic,
her
bro.
ass is. She got the BBL too. Yeah. Fat ass, fake booty.
Dog.
Like, who?
I don't like
fucking
that
Madonna.
Shit,
like, that's
I don't like that shit, because here's the thing: you're gonna get old, and you're not gonna
you can't keep up with it.
You can't keep up with it. You're not gonna look young.
No,
right?
You're gonna keep on trying to get back to that,
bro.
Yeah, that's the problem with it.
Dog.
That is,
and it's the same thing that that's how it happened.
But you like the appearance though. If you if you looked at a chick that was BBL
when it first happens, but once, like, bro, like most women that I see with it, I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not into it. Your legs are too skinny for that butt. Like, it just doesn't, especially being with a naturally curvy woman. Like, and seeing her, knowing, like, she's, like, 100% natural, and loving every part of that shit. I see unnatural shit, and I'm like, nah, bro. Like, it just makes me uncomfortable. It makes me so uncomfortable, because I also recognize the health aspect that's gonna come with it. And so, like, even I'll say, even in porn that I watch, like, I will actively avoid, like, women with just ridiculously large breasts. I don't like the fake breasts. I don't like it. There's a girl that I follow that I think a lot of people follow her, Sophia. I think Sophia Mayakova, I think is her last name. And she had, like, documented her explant surgery. So, like, she had implants put in, and I mean, they were fine. Like, it didn't really change her figure too much. But then when she got them taken out, I was like, oh my God, like one, I respect it more, and like your titties aren't even like that small. Like you know, it's like they're small, but like you still got the same shape because she didn't get like a butt lift or anything, but like you look just healthier and better. Like and then she's talking about her experience with it, which is like it's not everybody's experience.
That's what I say. But, I mean, I like the appearance, and that's kind of where my mind goes. Yeah. But as far as the process, sometimes I mean, there has to be some boundaries. Like I mean. I really understand some situations to where, you've been lacking all your life in a specific area. Maybe you have goals and dreams beyond just looking good, that you want to accomplish from this. And sometimes, I can understand that, like, if you have that dream or if you have, like, you're committed to something like that, I could appreciate that too, that sentiment. But as far as the look, I like a curvy woman, just period. If it was BBL or not BBL, but as far as the health, I agree with you on that part.
Yeah, and I think I just respect it so much more when I see them transform their body in the gym. When I see them go work out, changing their diet. Okay, I'm gonna eat this now, and like that shit. I'm like, wow, the human body is so amazing.
Hell
and
that's the thing. People don't want to work for that shit.
Exactly.
Lazy as a
but like going back to the shower sex, like when I get to clean you and fucking rub my hands all down that body, I want that shit to be natural. Like I want to feel every.
Have you ever felt the fake ass?
I haven't felt a fake ass, but I felt some fake titties.
What if you gotta feel it, bro? You fake titties different than a fake ass.
Sure, but it doesn't look like.
How would you know?
What do you mean? How would I know?
How would you? I mean, because
I've seen fake asses before.
Nah, but some of them aren't that huge, bro. Like I maybe I would know this too, but bro,
I will say there's one girl that I went to college with. That I did not know, but I was attracted to her in college. But I didn't know she had a nose job and she had like her boobs done, but she's bad, bro. Like she was always bad. Yeah. And so like I will say I wasn't able to tell with her, but I didn't I didn't date her, like I didn't sleep with her, I didn't touch her or anything like that. Sure. Like so I didn't have that type of relationship with her, but like and I would have slept with her, like after seeing that, without knowing that she had a butt lift I don't think she had a butt lift, but I can't tell these days, So with her, I will say like there are some cases where it is attractive, but I think about the long term too. Like maybe I would fuck you like right now, but in terms of being a queen, in terms of being my woman, like I don't know if I would be able to go for that. If I'm single looking for a chick, I just would. I don't think I would get with you. Like I feel you. And obviously there's men that are different that'll do shit like that. So
man. There it is, man. Y'all got it first, man. Thick and curvy, man. Let us know what y'all think in the comment section below. It was real.
It's been real. Make sure you check us out at SiHKBrothers.com. That's SiHK Brothers.com to check us out. On that.
Tone Physique.
Peace. SiHK Brothers.